I was on a Zoom call with Alex Hormozi a while back, and the advice he gave me there completely changed everything for me. And I was seeking advice to grow my free community, but in the meantime, I got advice that applied to all businesses. So I thought I would share it with you, and you'd find so much value from it, right? So if you don't know me, I'm Joe. I've scaled my agency to 40 grand a month this year. I'm going to run the clip right now.
Okay, Joseph Fior, what's up? You're right there on the closing percentage. You just need to get more book calls. So you might need to make the offer on the CTA a little bit stronger. Basically, the benefit of the call. So I mean the benefit. So I'll give you an example of this. So all the ads that I run that have lead magnets. So not all my ads that I run have lead magnets, but if I do have a lead magnet, I say, hey, here's the. Shoot, I was going to show you some wrong shit. Hold on. I was going to show you some secret shit. All right, so inside of my gym money frameworks, I was like, there's 17 of them. I just explained one of them to you, and you can get all of this for free. No questions asked. But if you want us to help you implement the right model for the right time at your specific gym, hop on the sales call. It's absolutely free. All right, you can leave your credit card at home. Like, we're just going to make sure that you don't make a mistake with it because stuff's really powerful. And if you do it in the wrong order, it could fuck your gym up because it actually works. And so it's really about how do I personalize this generic information. So one frame is give away the secret, sell the implementation. Another one is give away generic, sell specific. But the thing is whatever you do to book cold will work with warm. What you do with warm won't necessarily work to cold. So treat all your audiences as though they are cold. That's just a massive fucking life hack, by the way.
So what was the main mistake when I was talking to Hormozi, and what was I doing before that was incorrect, right? So I'm going to give you some preface to exactly what he was saying in this clip and what he means by the things he was saying. And at the end, I'm going to get into how you can actually implement exactly what he's saying today for you to scale your agency faster, right? And I was being ignorant before this call with him to the fact that people need to be warmed up from a cold prospect into a warm prospect. And with all forms of advertising, there's going to be always different types of prospects coming from different types of channels. And the way we categorize people who are more likely to buy and less likely to buy is what we call warm and cold prospects. We use warmth as a measurement to see how close people are to a sale when we reach out to them. So cold prospects have never ever heard of us in their lives and don't want anything to do with us most of the time, and they need a lot of convincing to buy. And a lot of the time, they don't even know that they have a problem that needs to be solved whatsoever, and you have to actually alert them of that problem, which is difficult to do. Warm prospects have heard of us before and are much closer to buying, right? If you watch videos of your favorite influencer all the time, you're receiving value from them all the time, and you're watching their Instagram Reels shorts every single day, like I am with Hormozi because I was on his call, you're going to buy something from them if they sell something. It's a very high likelihood you will, and that's how psychology works. You're building a lot of trust with that person, so you're probably going to opt in at some point. And this is a spectrum, right? Cold and warm. Less likely, more likely. And we can actually categorize the advertising channels we use into the core four and extract cold and warm through that, right? And now you know what cold and warm means. Sometimes you'll advertise the prospects and some will already be here. That's every person's ideal scenario, is for every prospect to be close to buying. And some you'll get them through the whole sales process and they'll be right there. It's very hard to judge. Like I said a second ago, there's 4 ways to do direct response advertising with completely different buying temperatures, and we call these advertising channels, as you probably know. Cold outreach is reaching out to a complete stranger who has no idea who you are or what you do for the first time, one-to-one, right? So the 2 factors in these advertising channels is one-to-one or one-to-many, and the next factor is warm or cold. Again, you know what warm and cold means. And then one-to-one, one-to-many is self-explanatory. Warm outreach, again, one-to-one, but it's someone you already know. They're likely to buy, right? So if you're ever starting a business and you're in real estate, as an example, you have a real estate agent on your phone, you just pick it up and start texting them and reach out to them friendly. Hey, look, I can run your ads. Look, get me on a free trial and just pay me on performance. Like something like that. But that's always super helpful if you're starting a business and you know people. They're way more likely to buy something from you. Run paid ads. Again, this is one-to-many, but it's cold. If you're ever swiping on your phone, 90% of the ads you will see is probably someone who just running ads you've never seen before and you got on their list, right? You don't want to see their ads. If we can have social media with no ads, a lot of us would take that because a lot of times it's annoyances of things that we don't even want. So in this scenario, a lot of people don't know who you are. They are a cold lead. Next, it's free content. This is probably the highest converting mechanism of all. but it takes so much time to build up an audience. And we call this the core four, right? I said direct response because it's not lead getters. We're like, it's affiliates and referrals. We're talking about actually reaching out to people, getting in front of people's face, right? So cold calling is going to be people on the left side. Content creation is going to be people on the right side, on the warm side, right? And something you might not know, and this is the core point of the video, so stick around for 2 more minutes. It just does not come down to selling people on the phone. So people always have this paradigm in sales. You just need to get them on the call. That's all the call is for, is to convert them. It's true to an extent. That's the aim of the call. It doesn't mean we do all of the selling in the world on that specific call all the time. It doesn't work like that. There's mechanisms in our agency that we can implement to get them sold before they even get on the call. Let's get into that now, right? It requires multivariate factors, and the sale depends on every single interaction regarding your company and its perceived value leading up to the sale, right? So the perceived value matters for them getting on the sales call. The perceived value matters for them texting you back. If you don't have a website, you don't have any videos, you don't have any social proof, they're just going to search you up and just leave. There's no sale involved there. It involves every single interaction leading up to the sale, right? So let's talk about a beginner agency owner's nurturing mechanism. If you don't know what nurturing is, it's taking someone who's a cold lead, who's never heard your name in their life, to someone who's actually going to buy from you, right? That's the whole point of a nurturing mechanism. So this would be, let's say, a beginner agency owner's attempt at doing nurturing. By the way, this is the formula if you're a beginner agency owner to get your first few clients in terms of the sales process. You're probably not going to have testimonials to begin with, and that's fine. Everybody starts out like that. You can do this. This is by far one of the best nurturing mechanisms for beginners that I've found. And it starts with the initial outreach, right? So the high likelihood that you are important, so it's doing very good outreach, so they actually are interested in booking a call, right? So they book a call, then after that, they get sent a pre-call video, right? So if you don't know what a pre-call video is, it's a VSL, about 10 to 12 minutes that they get ran through, gives all the background of the company, gives all the beliefs, paradigms, gives the objection handles even before they get on the call. So by the time they get on the call, they know who you are, you know what you offer, you know the guarantee, exactly what they're going to get, and the expectations. They just don't know the price. So if you see here, if you're a beginner agency owner, if you implement the correct things, the reminders, the pre-call video, you have a high value perception, you have a website, etc. The sales call is going to be a majority of the selling. There's no testimonials. There's no lead magnet. There's nothing that is very, very good at nurturing. It's all right. Like the pre-call video will do most of the work for you, but you still have to do a good job at sales. And that's why you need a fantastic offer, right? So if you need to craft a fantastic offer, I have many videos on that. I just check that out. If you're talking about an advanced agency example, this is what I learned from Hormozi, right? Like everything leading up to the sales call is way more important than I actually thought before. Before, I thought the pre-call video was important, and that would do a majority of the selling, right? And I discovered the importance of lead magnets and actually breaking their beliefs in real time on the pre-call video and iterating on the pre-call video, making these very, very small changes to nurture them even more, providing free value as much as we can before the sales call, sending them to a real estate seller guide, right? Giving them templates that they can use in their real estate business. So by the time they get on the call, the law of reciprocity is kicked in. They're like, why is this guy sending me so much? I feel guilty from not giving this person something now, right? So this is what an advanced agency might look like, right? In the real estate agency game, you can do a seller's guide where you give them a template on how to run the ads. Because if you saw the Hormozi clip at the beginning, he said, personalize it. Give the secrets and personalize everything, right? This is exactly what you would do just into your agency. That's why I thought it'd be important. So you can give them the templates how to run some ads. You can give them value as much as you can, but then you're going to sell the personalization. Hey, look, we're going to run this for your specific area. We only accept one per specific area, right? So it's attending to their needs and their desires, exactly what they want, customizing it to their liking, playing to their desires. This is all forms of personalization and human interaction to actually do it for them. So that would be an example of a lead magnet where you give them something completely for free. You run the ad. then it redirects to the pre-call video, and you get the booking, and you show some testimonials, and he goes to a sales call, right? So they get the lead magnet, they then book an appointment, pre-call video, testimonials, and sales call. So by the time they get on the sales call, they're like 80-90% sold. They're going to have some questions regarding pricing. They might have some objections. I need to think about the classic ones. This always happens. That's the job of your sales team. But you can do a majority of the selling even before they get on the call, and that should be the goal, because if you can prevent things before they happen, prevention is the cure here, right? We want to get everything out of the way before they even get on the call. So if you have a sales team, if you have a sales rep, or even if you're selling yourself, it's a walk in the park. You can do it in your sleep. Sales calls take 20, 30 minutes. I've had people join my sales call for real estate agency and get sold within 15 minutes. No joke. Just because they watched the pre-call like 10, 20 minutes before and they were sold in the pre-call video. And that's the whole point of having a good pre-call video is that exact reason, where it sells people before they even get on the damn call, right? And guess what? You can implement this for service delivery for your clients. That might sound the same, right? So let's take the agency example and translate to service delivery. So you run an ad, you put it to a lead magnet, a seller's guide. So if someone wants to sell their house, they opt in, best ways to sell the home, right? It's kind of named differently in real estate, but you get the gist. Buyer's guide, best way to find great value houses in your area, 2024. And these type of ebooks, these types of resources, the cost per lead gets driven down so much just by having that intermediary lead magnet, because you're providing free value straight up right there for free, right? So service delivery, like either way can work. You can drive them to a landing page and get whatever the information you need for your lead, or you drive them to a lead magnet, then a landing page. So they get the value, then they get driven to a landing page or a VSL, whatever you're using to convert. Try that. It also 100% can work for service delivery. I'm seeing many people do it now. I think it's a great method. Again, landing page, you can put some testimonials, right, for service delivery. If you have before and afters, if you're in renovation, you can do some remodeling jobs. You can do some flooring jobs that you've done. If you're in landscaping, the backyard, the deck, all just prime examples, right? You can put results on the landing page if you want. It also helps people. This is a beautiful home. I want to do this with mine. Then you get the appointment, and then you get the sale. So by watching this, make sure you have the mechanisms in your agency to nurture prospects before they even get on the sales call. This is the prime takeaway. Alex Hormozi helped me so much with this. So much. I think you guys would enjoy it too. If you want this slideshow, I'm just going to put it in my free group in the description. It's a school group. That's why it's in Alex Hormozi's call. It's completely free, by the way. It's literally everything I've ever done to scale an agency in terms of appointment booking, service delivery. Click that link down below. I'll see you later. Goodbye.